We also think Freemasons was led by a group of what are called loosely the hidden masters. Now, in my film, The Illuminati, which I went in 2004, it was revealed that one of the hidden masters of World International Freemasonry has a name, and he's called Yota, and is meant to be an ideal, a spiritual entity that guides World International Freemasonry. And this Yota ideal, Yota entity, as we want to call it, is not actually the spirit of an alien being.
What he's describing kind of sounds like the German Brill Society in the early 20th century, where they used spiritualism to contact different entities, so it could be connected. Star Wars is actually a documentary.
A Cold War era rocket has been found in a deceased man's garage. Here's what happened. The Seattle Times reports that the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force in Dayton, Ohio, called police in Bellevue, Washington, after someone offered to donate a rocket. On February 1st, members of the Bellevue squad inspected the military-grade rocket and determined it to be inert and safe, according to a news release the following day. Pieces of the larger missile, including the overhead, were missing. The Bellevue resident who made the call was in charge of his deceased neighbor's estate. He said he believed his neighbor had bought the rocket at an estate sale. It was essentially just a rusty piece of metal, a Bellevue police spokesperson said, an artifact, in other words. Bomb squad members determined that the rocket was a Douglas Air 2 Genie missile. Since the military did not request the return of the rocket, police left it with the man to donate as he chooses.
I know they say it's a miracle, but you the last person on it, like you feel just in case it's not.
We have a talent. Taylor Swift was never really that political until George Soros bought all of the rights to her music. It's real.
My entire catalog was sold to Scooter Braun's Ithaca Holdings in a deal that I'm told was funded by the Soros family, 23 Capital, and the Carlyle Group.
Enter Operation Taylor. Travis Kelce was not a big-time celebrity. So suddenly, this dude, who, I've never heard of, and you've probably never heard of, it becomes the face of Bud Light. A little strange choice, isn't it? This premier athlete became the face of Pfizer. 18% of voters say they're more likely or significantly more likely to vote for a candidate endorsed by Taylor Swift. Published today from the New York Times. Cricket program. What's happening with Taylor Swift is not organic or natural. We all feel it and we all know it.
When it comes to music, we should take her opinion all day, but when it comes to politics, then I don't think she's the most credible source. So it's really concerning that 1/5 of voters are basically Swifties.
Mariam lives in the UK with her family, and after having a small baby, strange things started happening at her home. Then she decided to record some of these strange things, and I'm going to show you guys some of her very creepy videos. This is one of her first videos. Check this out.
Anyone is here. Can you give me any sign, anything, moving the chair, on the table? Oh my God. Look at that. Look. Can you stop now? Nina, I know you are here. Nina, what do you want? Okay, leave. You need to leave now. This is not your house. You need to leave. This is not your house.
They were very freaked out about it, and after uploading several videos on the issue, things got even creepier. The thing is, paranormal investigators say you should not communicate back with these spirits because things can get creepier, and they did. And this is one of our next videos. Check this out.
This is weird. You can tell that this is a strong ghost by the way it slid that chase lines across the floor. I don't even think Barton and Sage can take care of this one.
It is strange. Gelatinous creature was discovered by a jogger on the side of a road.
I don't see any scales. I certainly don't see any hair. It almost has kind of a gelatinous look to it. It's kind of slimy. kind of pale gray or silver.
Because of its strange shape and form, many on social media have suggested it could be a baby creature. I have no idea. Almost like an octopus or a squid, one tentacle or a frog.
I have been with clients that in here, she turned into a Black Panther right in front of me. Now, I know shape shifting. I see shape shifting. But this girl was as a Black Panther that I've ever seen. I even touched the hair on the.
Wait, so let's go back. I'm confused. So you, who'd you pet? You pet another girl that was turned into an animal? What does that mean?
She was a client sitting on my chest, looking at me. And we were talking, and she turned around, and the next thing I know, she was a Black Panther sitting, like a panther would be there. And I thought, the first it scared me. I thought, is she going to attack me?
Did she put her arm up and say Wakanda?
No, she didn't say anything. She just, I could only understand her through her eyes. And she looked right at me, and I just leaned out, and I said it out loud. I just want to touch her. Allowed it.
I never believe it. This kind of sounds like an experience we only have on
Elon Musk has created a company. He has a company now called Neuralink, and it is the first chip that is designed to actually interface in the human brain where neurons are actually interfacing with the chip to connect the human brain to the hard drive of the computer with no physical connections, no wires. It's kind of like Bluetooth.
Right. Now, thoughts become manifesting.
Now, to a young person who has not been taught about their bodies, their relationship to their bodies, and how rare the human potential really is. When they hear that, they say, who wouldn't want to game without touching the keyboard? But Elon Musk himself, in an interview recently, this is fascinating. He said, as a businessman, I have to push the edge of this technology so that we can stay ahead of our competition. He said, but we need, not me specifically, our industry needs to be regulated. He says, I'm afraid.
He's been saying this for years.
Of where this is going.
Yeah.
So all of this is leading to, and that's a term you just mentioned, what is called the transhuman movement. And this is a new term. It means different things to different people. Technically, there are 3 levels of transhumanism. Transhumanism is, to varying degrees, replacing our natural biology